here once again, and today's class is going to be on. Let's see. Today shall be on stress. Okay, a common topic. Let's see. Stress, according to medical terms, is overwhelming one's self with too much things at one time. Not sure that's completely medical, but that's how I would define it. Now let's see. In schools, which is where most stress occurs with students and children and teenagers, such as my age and below and above, schools stress teenagers out because they're overwhelmed with too much stuff to do at one time. Now, what I learned when I was taking college classes at Mega Evers was have time management. That's the best I can tell you to help relieve most of that stress. Because stress is something that I know. Because I am taking AP classes and I am also taking core college classes. I used to take at Mega Evers, but I stopped because I was learning anything. Now, you should always take your classes seriously. Never take classes as a joke. I found that out a few days ago. Never take classes as a joke. Always take class seriously. Bible says all authority comes from God. Now, if all authority comes from God, that also says that they're not here to help you. That they're just here to show you. They're not here to guide. They're here to in a way guide you, but not explicitly guide you. They're here to show you the way. They're here to teach you, not help you. Now, most teachers, as we might know, would often say, "Oh well, I don't care about you. I'm just doing this because I want to do this. I'm doing this because it's my job." Well, that is true. You should always do your best and not do what somebody tells you to do. I have people in my school saying they want to be garbage men. That's not bad, but like, they want to be garbage men. That's what they want to do. I'm not, you can't force someone saying that's a bad job. But garbage men is a pretty good job. You're doing something for society. You're helping people like that. Now you're causing garbage to be built up in the streets. You want to go outside and see garbage in the streets and like, oh, well, someone should do something about this. Too bad there's no garbage men. Garbage men are as important as you are. Everything in life is as important as the next thing. Now, think about it. The president of the United States is just as important as a garbage man outside. All jobs are important. People would often see a bad job as a job working at McDonald's. Well, think about it. If you had gone to McDonald's and that person isn't working there, how are you going to get your food? Think about it like that. If there's nobody there to serve you, then how are you going to get your food? I mean, like, if there is nobody to work at McDonald's, then if there's nobody to work at McDonald's, then there's no food for anybody. You gotta make your own food. And the whole reason the whole fast food business was for people to get a quick way to their food without having to make it themselves at their home. Exactly. It's like that. All jobs are important. Having a garbage man's job outside is important. You clean up the streets for people to walk on it. If there is garbage all over the streets, how are you gonna get to where you're going quickly? Those whole sidewalks have been full of garbage. The whole roads have been full of garbage. Each job is as important as the next. That's what everything is. Now, back to the topic of stress. In schools, stress is often because of teachers overwhelming students with not a lot of work. Now, for all the teachers out there watching this, that is a good thing that you're doing. Because when I was in Jamaica, teachers overwhelmed us with a lot of work to help us understand and get used to it. Now, teachers always say they speak to one another. That is true. But if teachers speak to one another, why is it that there is work piled upon work through days at a time? People cannot get time to do it properly. I come home at 6 o'clock in the night, Tuesday to Friday. Come on. Most of the time I come home at that time. If I come home at that time and I have stuff to do, I can't do everyone's homework at one time. Saying how it's college stuff. In college, I understand that they do that, but we are not in college right now. If you want to prepare us for college, then don't make it as hard as that as if we are in college. In college, you actually expect that to happen, because college is what you're doing for you to have a career in life. And then, but I'm not gonna lie. I fooled around in school. You shouldn't do that. You're gonna ruin your life like that. Be careful who your friends are. I always tell my friends that. Be careful who your friends are. Because sometimes those friends can lead you down below. Those friends can lead you to hell. They can have you do the wrong stuff. They go say, hey, I'm gonna go rape that girl over there. I'm gonna go rob this guy over there. No, tell them the right way. Tell them that's wrong. If they say, well, I don't care, forget you, then forget them. Just leave them. It's like that. If you're going around to spread the message to people, then go right ahead and do that. You're going to go spread the message. If people reject the message, the Bible says dust off your feet and continue on your way. Continue spreading the message. Don't let that one person bring you down. Come on. That's what it is. Stress. I read about stress. At one point I was dealing with a lot of stress before I started this series, and I was like, okay, how can I relieve this stress? Well, you could always speak to your congregation leader, your pastor, talk to him and he'll help you relieve stress. Speak to your parents and they'll help you relieve the stress. Speak to a person of higher authority who you can trust. That they could help you the best. Don't speak to a random person, not know if you could trust them or not. Like that. You should speak to people who you trust. If God says to you, you see that person right there? You may not know him, but if God says to you, you see that person right there, speak to them. You speak to them. Because that's like God's command. That's what it's supposed to be. Well, time went by really fast. It's been 6 minutes. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for coming here again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.